Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin, the podcast where we bring you the latest news and updates from around the world. I'm your host, Barbara, and I'm glad you're joining me today. We have a lot to cover in today's show, but first let's take a look at what's happening in Japan. The country is facing a number of challenges, including a potential trade war with the United States, and its politicians are weighing in on how to navigate these complex issues. According to reports from the Japan Times, opposition parties in Japan are offering their advice to the government on how to deal with the Trump administration. The Constitutional Democratic Party of Japan, led by Yoshiko Noda, is urging the government to take a strong stance on trade and to prioritize the country's national interests. Meanwhile, other opposition parties, such as Nippon Ishin no Kai and the Democratic Party for the People, are also offering their perspectives on how to handle the situation. Some are calling for constitutional reform, while others are focusing on domestic issues like the economy and taxation. It's worth noting that despite these differing opinions, there is a general consensus among Japanese politicians that the U.S.-Japan security alliance remains a crucial aspect of the country's diplomacy and security. In other news from Japan, the Constitutional Democratic Party has submitted a bill to allow married couples to retain separate surnames. This move is seen as an effort to promote gender equality and to give couples more freedom in their personal choices. However, it's unclear whether this bill will pass, as there are already signs of division within the opposition camp. We'll be keeping an eye on this story and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. That's all for now. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're continuing our coverage of international news, and today we have two significant stories to share with you. First, let's turn our attention to Switzerland, where a new law banning Hamas and related organizations will come into force on May 15. The Swiss government has stated that this law aims to prevent Hamas from using Switzerland as a safe haven by making entry bans or expulsions easier to arrange. This development comes after Hamas's attack on Israel in October 2023, which resulted in significant loss of life and hostages being taken to Gaza. The law enables preventive police measures such as entry bans or expulsions, and also makes it more difficult for Hamas to use Switzerland as a financial hub for its activities. It's essential to note that the situation in the region is complex, with both sides having suffered greatly. The Swiss government's decision reflects the ongoing efforts of countries around the world to address the challenges posed by militant groups. Moving on to our next story, the United States has expressed its support for Israel's ban on UNRWA Gaza aid operations at the World Court. The U.S. stated that Israel cannot be forced to allow the UN Palestinian Refugee Agency, UNRWA, to operate in Gaza, citing concerns about the organization's impartiality and allegations of employment of Hamas members. The hearings at the World Court are part of a broader discussion on Israel's obligations to facilitate aid to Palestinians in occupied territories. The U.S. argued that an occupational power retains the right to determine which organizations can provide basic needs to the population, even if the organization is an impartial humanitarian one. It's crucial to consider the humanitarian implications of these decisions, particularly given the current situation in Gaza, where food stockpiled during a ceasefire has all but run out. The international community continues to grapple with how to balance security concerns with the need to provide aid to those affected by conflict. As we continue to follow these stories, it's essential to approach them with nuance and understanding of the complexities involved. We will keep you updated on any further developments. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're wrapping up today's show with a look at a significant milestone in world history, the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War. As we reflect on this pivotal moment, it's essential to acknowledge the complexities and nuances that surround it. The fall of Saigon in 1975 marked the reunification of North and South Vietnam under communist rule, bringing an end to a conflict that had lasted for over 2 decades. The war had far-reaching consequences, not only for the people of Vietnam, but also for the United States and other countries involved. In recent celebrations, thousands of troops from multiple branches of the military rehearsed for weeks, showcasing the country's modern national pride. The event was attended by top leaders and international guests, with a grand military parade featuring soldiers carrying modern equipment and flyover exercises by helicopters and fighter jets. It's worth noting that while the anniversary is a celebration of Vietnam's growth and development, there has been little discussion about the former South Vietnamese government, which remains a sensitive topic. The country has come a long way since the end of the war, becoming a middle-income nation with ambitions to become fully developed by 2045. As we consider this significant anniversary, it's crucial to approach the topic with sensitivity and respect for all parties involved. We must acknowledge the historical context and the ongoing impact of the war on individuals and communities. In conclusion, the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War serves as a reminder of the complexities of global conflicts and the importance of reflection, understanding, and reconciliation. As we move forward, it's essential to prioritize empathy, cooperation, and peaceful resolution of disputes. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay engaged.